So I'm asking myself the question, what would life be if there is no consequences? If you could go on the street and you could drive at any speed that you want and endangers people's life and there is no consequence, then what will happen on the street? You'll find people doing all sorts of things. If there was no street lights anywhere at all at any intersection, people just do whatever they want. If you could just throw your garbage wherever you want to, you could just come out of your house or come out of your yard and throw your garbage anywhere and there is no consequence. Then think of the mess we'll have in our cities, in our communities. Just think about life with no consequences. If you could just go next door, and we do these things, but there are consequences. You could just break into someone's car or just break someone's window and go into their houses and you steal something, and there is no consequence. You could just walk into a store and take up grocery and walk out, and there is no consequence. How would that business person survive? There has to be consequences. And that's the reason why we have consequences for things that you do. And the consequences is that either you are charged or you're punished, you face some kind of constraint or restriction for your behavior. Then what is the difference in the classroom? The classroom cannot be any different. There has to be consequences. When children are out of order, when children behave badly, there has to be consequences. There must be consequences for their action. They have to pay for their bad behavior. The same way there's a consequence for doing good. You get a compliment. You do something good, you get a good result, you are rewarded. You complete your high school education, you get a certificate. You complete your college degree, you get a certificate. It's your reward for what you've done. You run, you come first or second or third, you get a medal, you get a trophy. You played sports and you are successful, you are rewarded. That's the benefit of doing good. So there has to be consequences when you do bad. When children start to think that there is no consequence for their behavior, they are going to do whatever they want as they please. There must be consequences. And here some people are arguing, okay, we can't afford to suspend children because when you suspend them, they are going to be home and out of school. Yes, that is true. But let the parents teach them. Let the parents stay home and teach them. If you as a parent refuse to teach your children good manners at home, well, stay home and teach your children. Take the day off, take a vacation from work, whatever it is, or pay a tutor or somebody to stay home and teach them. Because apparently they're not in school to learn, so let them stay home with you. So yes, I do understand that when children are suspended, they are home, missing school, but that's the consequence. Don't you go to prison if you commit a crime? That's the consequence. You're not there to be a father for your children or to provide for your family. It's a consequence. So what? You commit a crime, and the government is going to say, okay, you are the sole breadwinner of your family. You're a good father. You pay your bills on time. And if I send you to prison, then you're not going to be able to pay your utility bills. And the utility company is going to be upset. You're not going to be able to pay your mortgage, and the bank is going to be upset. And so the court is going to say, okay, I can't send you to prison for your crime because you are a good person in paying your bills and all of that. Absolutely not. You commit a crime, you're going to jail, whether you're a good father or not. So there has to be consequences for these children. Go home, stay home with your parents. Take your suspension. So we have taken beating out of the school system. In the Caribbean, in North America, various places in Europe, there's no more beating going on in schools. Fine. I do not desire to be beaten either. I've gotten my slaps in my hand in primary school. I've also gotten some in my palm from high school. I can remember once, Mr. Heslop, from Robert Lightburn, gave me about 10 slaps in my hand. I had to hold them out, take them. All right? I remember that. It was only one time though. And it was a consequence for something that I did, whether it warrant that amount of slaps or not, but it was a consequence for something. It did not just innocently come to my classroom and randomly pick me and do it. No. I was out with some boys, and according to him, I was not supposed to be in that geographical area at the time. And so a few of us, about 3 of us, got some slaps in our hands. That was a consequence of our behavior. So I know the punishment has been taken out of the classroom in terms of beating. Fine. But there has to be some other punishment. What about if those children were given problems? Okay, go clean up the yard. Go clean up the schoolyard. The same way when you commit a crime in your community, if it's a small crime, which they call misdemeanor, you get community service. Then why can't our children get some kind of service to do? To go wash the wall somewhere, to go pick up some garbage somewhere, to go empty garbage from different classrooms, or to go sweep somewhere. But something to let you know you can't be doing what you're doing. There has to be some form of consequence. So I'm not the expert in trying to determine what the punishment should be. I'm just saying that if there is no consequence for the behavior, then children are not going to seek the opportunity to change. And we can't afford for children to grow older and realize that they're making mistakes to change. What if they don't realize as they grow older? That's another problem. So we cannot have school systems anywhere in the world, whether it is in the Caribbean, right across the Caribbean basin, or it's in North America, or South America, in Europe, or Africa, or Asia, or wherever in the world. We can't afford to have school systems where there is no punishment for bad behavior. And of course, they're trying to say now that you should not use the word punishment anymore because it sounds too harsh. So even the language is being changed. So not only are children getting away with their bad behavior, certain words should not be used to describe their behavior or to describe the effect that their behavior, the consequence of their behavior. The wording has to change as well. You should not say punishment. But we can't. The same way in which we have a society where you are punished for your behavior, it is the same way we should have our school systems where children are of the understanding that when you do foolishness, you are punished for your behavior. There is a consequence. And by virtue of doing that, I truly believe that we will have a better society because these children are going to be the next men and women of society. And when they understand that their behavior comes with a consequence, as they grow older, they might very well rethink and reconsider before doing something foolish.